has 2p parentheses 3p minus 1 plus 6. We have already learned how to do 1 and 2. This is a review from the very beginning of the year. Parentheses mean to do what? Multiply. Please put a little 1 with each p, so we're kind of combining what we learned last week in the beginning of the year. So remember, 2p gets multiplied by 3p, so 2 times 3 is, and what do I do with my little numbers? Add them. So it's 6p to the second. So write that down, please. You also have to multiply 2p times negative 1. You have to distribute it to both of them. So 2 times negative 1 is p. Okay, negative 2p. And then you're going to drop down your plus 6. It's not in the parentheses, so it gets dropped down. It's not in the parentheses, you drop it down. Please be quiet. You do need to check and see if things can go together. This is p to the second, and this is p to the first. Can you put those together? No. Okay, not when you're adding. When you add, you combine like terms, and those are not like terms. So that is your answer. That's your answer, okay? Number 2. First thing I'm going to do is multiply 4 times 2x. So 4 times 2 is 8, and don't forget your x with it. 4 times 2 is 8, 8x. You also have to multiply the 4 by the 5, so that's positive 20. Okay? All right, now this is a separate part of the problem. That's a separate part. Over here, we're multiplying negative 2x times what? X. So this part of the problem is separate. Please put your little ones. They will help you tremendously. Put your little ones. So you're going to get negative 2, but it's x to the second because you add your little numbers. Negative 2, x to the second. All right, you also have to do negative 2. Negative 2 times negative 1. No calculator. Positive 2. Good. Positive 2x, because there was an x out front, so you got to put an x with that. Okay. All right. After you do that, you combine like terms. Is there anything that matches with 8x? 2x. All right. They both just have an x. That's all they have with them is an x. So we can put those together. Now we are doing whatever it says to do. So it says to add them. 8x plus 2x is 10x. And I'm going to mark them out so I know I've done them. Is there anything to put with the 20? Nope. So you drop it down. And is there anything to put with the negative 2x squared? Nope. So you drop it down. Remember that your answer can be in any order you want. You could put it in this order. If you wanted, that would be correct. You could put it in this order. Okay, you don't have to write all those down, but order doesn't matter. Does that 2 right there have to be a negative 2? Yes, that matters. Okay. All right, any questions on 1 or 2? All right, write down number 3. All right, let's look at this. Is there a plus in the middle? Is there a minus in the middle? No. You are multiplying this bad boy by that bad boy. All right, you're multiplying those. You're multiplying. So here we go. First thing you do is you take this x and you go all the way to that and that. So it's a lobster claw. All right, it's a lobster claw. So it's going, x is going all the way to the other one. All right, so this is my top lobster claw. What is x to the first power times x to the first power? X to the second. Remember, you add your little numbers. Okay? So I just did x times x. Now I'm going to do x times negative 4. How do you write that? Very good. Negative 4x. All right. Here's for the bottom lobster claw. Now I'm going to do positive 1 times that and positive 1 times that. Okay? All right. So what's positive 1 times x? 1x. Positive 1 times negative 4. Negative 4. When the signs are different, it's going to be a negative. All right. The last thing you have to do is combine what? Like terms. What are the two like terms on this problem? Yes, so right here in the middle, that's where they'll pretty much always end up, the two in the middle. Without a calculator, negative 4 plus 1, negative 3x. And if you'll drop the other stuff down, because that's the order that'll be on the test, is in that order. So you might as well put there. So that's your answer. So that's what we're doing today. That right there. Okay? All right. On number 4, you do your first part of the lobster claw. X goes all the way over to X. Okay. Shakira, what's X times X? Good. So I write that. Madison, what do I multiply X by next? Very good. So that's plus 6X. So that's the top lobster claw. All right, now I have to do the bottom lobster claw. Stephen R., what am I going to multiply negative 6 by? 1x. So that gives me negative 6x. Zach, what else do I multiply negative 6 by? What does that give you? Good, because you're multiplying. Okay. All right, Jeremy, now I have to combine like terms. Which two are the like terms? 6x and what else has an x with it? Positive 6x and are like terms. All right, so what's positive 6 and negative 6, guys? Cancel. Very good. So you're left with x squared minus 36 is your answer. All right. Number 5. All right, Shakira, help me start this one. What do I do first? Which is? Very good. Faith, what do I do next? Oh, sorry. Which is? All right, so that's my top lobster claw. My top lobster claw. All right, Madison, what do you do next? Which is? And Riley M? Positive 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Okay. All right, Chase, what happens next? All right, what are the two like terms? Brandon, what about that? So they cancel. So what's your answer going to be, Brandon? Very good. X squared minus 1. Excellent job. Okay, number 6. All right, Jack, help me start it, please.
So you multiply x and x. It's like x squared.
Very good.
And then you do x times negative 5, negative 5x.
Good. I'll let you stop there. Good. So that's the top lobster claw. All right, Hallie, help me with the bottom lobster claw. Very good. All right, and Elijah? What does that give you? Positive 4 or negative 4? Very good. Okay. All right, number 7, x minus 5 squared. Okay, please write this on your paper real quick. Write it twice. Write that down. Write it down. Get it stuck in your head. Write it down, please. Write it twice beside this example. Write it twice. That way when you're looking back at your notes, which I know you all do every single night, you'll remember to do. Okay, so real quick, I just want to let you see the thinking behind this. 5 squared, what does that mean in math? 5 times 5. It means to write it twice. And that's what happens right here. This means to write it twice. So it's going to be x minus 5 times x minus 5. You have to do that step. You have to. X minus 5 times x minus 5. It will take 2 seconds of your life. Not in this class, in next year, but not in this class. Okay, so now we're going to do it the exact same way. Okay, so no big deal there, but write it twice. So Riley K, what do I multiply x by first? Which gives you? What else do I multiply x by? Elijah, what else do I do on this one? Which is? And what else? Very good. All right. Jeremy, what's like terms on this one? Which two things both have an x? What else has an x? Negative 5 and negative 5. Do negative 5x and negative 5x cancel? No, sirree. They do not. Just like on our warm-up problem, the only things that cancel are a negative and a positivo. Okay, so these don't cancel. You put them together, so 5 and 5 is 10, negative 10x, and drop your other stuff down. All right, number 8. We got 12 problems today, so we're over halfway done. We got 12 of them. All right, Zach, what do I do first on number 8? Yay! Good. That makes me so happy. You write it again. So it's m plus 1 and m plus 1. Write it twice. All right, Brandon, help me out here. No, it's not. It's a wrapper. Faith, what else do I do? Shakira, what else? Okay, what did you say? What do I do for the bottom lobster claw? I do the, and then the 1 times, yep. So plus 1m plus 1. Okay. And Riley K, give me your final answer. Oh, you had it. All right, number 9, 2x minus 4 and x minus 7. 2x minus 4 and x minus 7. Do it the same way we've been doing it. All right, so Hallie, what do I multiply first? Which is what? 2x squared. Very good. So 2x times x is just 2x to the second because you add your little numbers. Chase, what else do you do? Which is what? Very good. Negative 14x. And Madison, what do I do for the bottom lobster claw? All right, so negative 4x. And Stephen R., what else do I have to multiply negative 4 by? Very good. Negative times a negative will give me positive 28. Okay. All right, Jack, what would be my final answer here?
You would like 2x squared.
Drop that down. Good.
Minus 18x.
Good. Combine like terms.
Plus 26.
Very good. And drop that down. Good job. All right, number 10, 3x plus 5, negative 2x minus 1. All right, Riley M., you're up first. Very good. 3x times negative 2x is negative 6x squared. Very good. Madison, what else? Good. 3x times negative 1 is negative 3x. All right, Stephen R., when I do the bottom lobster claw, I do 5 times what first? Negative 2x, that gives me negative 10x. And Brandon, what else do I do? What do I do last right here? 5 times. All right, Riley K., final answer? Anybody get that before I wrote it up on the board? Yeah. Okay. All right. Number 11, find the area of the shaded region. Find the area of the shaded region. Okay? All right, so I got a big box and I have a little box. Okay. Let's say, for instance, don't write anything down yet. Let's say this was all shaded. That would be what? The area of the big box, right? If this was all shaded, all you'd have to find is the area of the big box. Okay? That's not true. What if this never, ever, ever works? What am I doing wrong? No support. No support. Thanks, guys. Oh, that was sweet. Thanks. Okay. What if just this was shaded? All you have to find is the area of the little box. Okay. But that's not true. This is what's shaded. This right here. So, I know I'm not doing a very good job of explaining this. So let me kind of start from the top. You got to find the area of the big box. Then you got to find the area of the little box, and you got to take out the little box. Because is the little box shaded? No. Okay? So, on your paper, please write this down. We are almost done with notes. All right, so step 1 is area of big box. So please write that down. Area of big box. Okay, how do you find the area of a rectangle? Length times width. Good. So we're going to put x plus 4 and 2x minus 6. So I want you to write this on your notebook paper just like I'm writing it. So x plus 4 times 2x minus 6. All right, we've learned how to do this today, so we're pretty quick at this. X times 2x is 2x squared. X times negative 6 is, very good, 4 times 2x is, and 4 times negative 6 is, okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and combine like terms, so I get 2x squared plus 2x minus 24. Do y'all agree with that? Okay, step 2 is area of the little box. So write that down, please. Step 2, area of little box. All right, I really appreciate y'all writing that down. Thank you for doing that. All right, so the little box, what's the length and width of the little box? Good, x plus 1, x plus 9. Okay. All right, so let's do that real quick. So x times x is x times 9, 1 times x, and 1 times 9, 9. All right, so final answer would be x squared plus 10x plus 9. Are we good so far? All right, last step. Last one. All right. Step 3 is to do the big box minus the little box. Big box minus the little box. What did I put around little? Parentheses. That's because, and you'll see in a minute, the minus has to go to everything. And we learned that at the very beginning of the semester. It's been a while since we've had to do it, though. So the big box is 2x squared plus 2x minus 24. Then you have to minus it because you're taking it away. And I'm going to put parentheses, x squared plus 10x plus 9. All right, and please don't do all this work and forget about your parentheses because this negative goes to all of them. So it's negative x squared. What's the 10x become? Negative 10x and negative 9. And that becomes a plus out front. We did that at the very beginning of the year. It's just been a while since we've done it. All right, guys, stick with me. Y'all are doing a fantastic job. Stick with me. 2x squared, what do I subtract from it? Very good. Minus 1x squared. So 2x squared minus 1x squared. That leaves you with what? 1x squared. Very good. And I'm going to cross those out. 2x plus negative 10x. Negative 8x. And negative 24 plus negative 9. No. Negative 33. Uh-huh. But you're capable of doing it. You're very capable of doing it. All right, last one. Find the area of the shaded region. Shakira, what do you have to do first? Good. So first thing I do is the big box. Okay, so 2x plus 4 and 7x minus 2. All right, Faith, help me with this one. Very good. Hallie, what would your final answer be for this one? Very good. All right, Riley M., what do you have to do second? Very good. So you got to do the little box. 4x times x plus 9. All right, Elijah, help me with that one. Okay, what's that going to give me? Uh-huh. 36x. Everybody put your pencils down for a minute. Put your pencils down. One thing that students like to do sometimes is they like to do 4 times both of these, and then they do x times both of them. They still do a bottom, a top lobster claw, and a bottom. Don't do that. You're only doing a top lobster claw on this one. 4x times x is what? 4x squared, and 4x times 9 is 36x. You're done. Don't do a bottom lobster claw. Okay, pick up your pencils. All right, and Chase, what's the third step? Good. Big box minus the little box. All right, Jack, help me set that up, please.
14x squared plus 2 plus 24x plus 8.
Uh-huh.
After that, it's 4x squared plus 36x.
Good. Thank you. All right, and Madison, what do you have to do with that minus in front of the parentheses? Uh-huh. So 4x squared becomes what? Uh-huh, and 36x becomes? And I change this to a? Good. All right, just like I did at the beginning of the year, change that one in front to a positive. All right, Riley, 14x squared, what do I have to do with it? Uh-huh, what is that going to give me? Very good, 10x squared. Okay, Faith, what else do I have to do? Uh-huh, so that would be a good one to do my chart on. Positive 24, negative 36, move it, lose it. Positive 12 or negative 12? And Brandon, there's one more thing I have to put in my answer. Negative 8. Any questions? All right, Yo-Yo.